keep it a buck. If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't kick, because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
Joy Taylor is back in the news again. And this time, people are talking about she's allegedly has a BBL. Now, we know that once she got fired from Fox Sports last year for allegedly, letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry boat race her cheeks, we know that it was alleged that she supposed to have a relationship with Emmanuel Acho, and that's how she became, the head moderator on the show, To Speak FS1, with Shady McCoy. The show was kind of good, but once they all got fired, when allegations came down that she was messing around with Charlie Dixon, who was an executive over there, he was also boat racing them cheeks. Now remember, she was the one that said that when it comes to money, success, if they're fine, tall, strong athlete, standards go out the door. She said that. Standards go out the door, thumbs get moved to the side, cheeks get clapped. That's exactly what she was saying. She said that boldly and proudly said that. So now when all these allegations came out and those videos was out there being said about her, it was hard for her to get out from under these things because she was boldly saying that. And this is an era where a lot of these women, and she's not a young woman, she's 38 years old, but she's portraying herself and behaving like a lot of these young women on social media and everywhere else while trying to be professional at the same time. And it's not going to work. So she ultimately ended up getting fired and had now her assistant, Faraji, that woman Faraji, she was saying that she came to her and said, hey, I'm being harassed by Skip Bayless. And she told her to just go with it. This is what the business, this is what happens in the business, right? So now she's online, she's working out, working out everywhere. It looks like she has some type of form of BBL now at 38, close to 39 years old, and everybody's talking about it. Now, mind you, she's always been, saying that she's aggressive, she's masculine, feminine, right? She's masculine, feminine. And asked about dating, she often talked like this.
I want to be able to sit across from you and have a conversation. I do not do awkward. So if we're sitting anywhere at the most beautiful restaurant in the world and you can't carry on a conversation, I don't want to be there. And the main reason is I can afford to eat at this beautiful restaurant by myself. And I like my own comfort. There are things I don't want to do. I don't want to go to your house. I'm not going to your house. Movies are okay, but they got to be paired with dinner, some time to talk. We're not going to church. I'm not going to meet your family. But other than that, I just think that you should just be creative. Listen to what I want to do. If I tell you my window is 10 a.m. on a Monday, I guess we're going to coffee. That's the window that you got. But this is just me.
Now, she promotes to a lot of young women because she presents herself as a successful black woman, right? That's how she presents herself. So she promotes that it's my way or no way. I got all the options, right? Men are in my DMs and they're going out of their way to be with me. So you either going to be with me on my terms or it's not going to be nothing at all. This is my window, right? I'm not with the small talk, right? This is all the stuff that she promotes to women that's not in her position, that goes to try to emulate what she's doing, and it don't work out too well for them, right? And this is the thing. She talks about being an alpha submissive, and she takes her cue from Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, of all people, right? Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So when she was on the Paul Pierce show, they asked her about relationships and if she's intimidating to men. She said this.
And do you feel like when you're in a relationship with a man, you look for a man that's more dominant or like a leader? I know you mentioned something about you being kind of...
said something about
being like an alpha dominant, right?
Alpha submissive.
Submissive. Okay.
Oh, that's what I want.
Alpha submissive. So what does that mean?
So I had the conversation with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant about this, and her and I were just vibing through the conversation and realized how alike we are. And she used that term, and I was like, that's what I am. I'm very, you asked if I'm intimidating to men. I'm very public. I'm very opinionated. I'm very bombastic and confident and unapologetic. And I'm just big and, all of this masculine energy. And so I do present very alpha, which some men they're like, it's just she telling them like whatever, like maybe it's your, but not to like a man who is really truly confident. I don't really like the term alpha, beta, all this like corny incels have invented. Like all y'all will get you would never be talking to the princess anyway in any version of life. Like you've been brainwashed. Come on, none of this is for you. But a real confident man who is in both of his masculine and feminine creates a space where you can be soft.
For sure.
And that is like a very unique thing that I think only real, actual grown men have the ability to do.
For sure.
And it's like this, okay, like I see you, little chihuahua, but relax. Like I got it. No need for that. Just chill.
Yep.
I'm here. You're in a safe space. You're not being threatened. And then you can just relax and just be feminine. And that's the only way I ever want to be around a man. Like I don't want to think. I don't want to use, I'm here with my lip gloss.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Yeah.
This is where I sit. Right. What are we eating? I don't want to make any decisions.
Same.
All I do all day long is make decisions and take calls, and I'm on meetings, and I'm at another thing, and then I'm on the show, and then I'm at this, and then I have to go here, and then I have another meeting. I don't want to do nothing. I want to do nothing but be a pretty princess and not being taken care of, but have a masculine presence with you at home.
Now I'm gonna say this. I want all the young ladies come up here and listen to Uncle George for a minute. Come over here and sit down. Let Uncle George give you some game. When you hear women like this talking, don't listen to nothing that they say. All this stuff is a smokescreen for being hurt and having lack of trust in men because you've dealt with something. These are protection mechanisms that she's using to cover up her vulnerability, right? She works so hard and she does all these things because she doesn't trust men. What she's talking about is the idea of the dream man that she wished that she could acquire, but she could never acquire him because she has unresolved issues that's never been dealt with. Right? So she talks about this masculine man and the man that can keep her under control. So now the question that you will have to ask young ladies is, what is your idea of masculinity in a man? And find out if it's skewed or not. Find out that if her ideas of what masculinity is in a man is off or not. Because remember, a lot of women in our communities that come from where we come from, idea of masculinity is how much money a man has or how good he can sex you. Not his ability to produce based off of his surroundings that others can benefit with, right? Because he's judged by the head below his belly button and not the one above the neck. So when you listen to these women and they talk about their ideal masculine man where I don't want to do anything, I just want to put my lip gloss on and show up and just exist because my man got all this. But when you look at their actions and the way they live their life, right, they don't live the life like that. When you look at her at 38 years old and the way that she looks, right? How come she has never acquired that man? Because she's not exhibiting the energy that will bring that man to her life. So don't be caught up in that. Listen to your Uncle George. I'm giving you advice. And to prove it, she's going to talk about the trauma that she's been through that exudes every time she talks. Her mere appearance shows the trauma. So when you're around a man like me, I can see it. I can see the oozes out your pores. Watch this.
I am someone who has a lot of trauma. Now, I am in no way like fully recovered from all of the things that I have been through. And I don't know that I ever will be. But I don't think that means that you can't date. Now, there will be a lot of people that tell you if you have any kind of trauma, you shouldn't be dating. If you've been through anything like that, you need to, focus on yourself for years. And there is no timeline on it. When you are about to enter the dating world, what I think you should do is give yourself time, the time that matters to you, and be honest with yourself about how you're really feeling and be honest with yourself about your triggers, because that is the type of moment that will put you in a negative situation and put someone that you're dealing with in a negative situation. You need to be honest with yourself about, will the things that I've gone through be projected onto the person that I'm dating? Am I going to punish this new person for the sins of someone else? Is this next person that I'm going to date going to have to deal that I
Now again, young ladies, Uncle George is still talking. Now when you see that video, and you hear her talk about the things that she's been through in her past, right? And she still hasn't fully dealt with those things. And when she's talking, she's about to cry. So now when you see her with this hard exterior that she's putting out there, is all a smokescreen. She's never going to acquire that dream man that she wants because she has never dealt with her past. So now when you get around those type of men, because nobody ever asks, well, those type of men that she says that she wants, what do they want? They want peace. She's not living in peace. She doesn't have her own internal peace. So how can she give another man peace? But yet and still, externally, she looks good. Yes, she will get boat raced. Every man is sleep with her. Absolutely. Because she still has her beauty. But after you sleep with her, there's nothing there. There's nothing there because she's not living in her own peace because she's never dealt with those internal issues, right? So now her thought process and what she manifests is all the stuff from within, right? So a lot of men that deals with her, they go in and out. And so now when these allegations come out, you can see why these allegations come out because of the way she thinks and lives her life. So now she's talking about she doesn't want to date older men. She wants to date your sons, 25 to 30. She wants to date the younger men because, and I'm going to tell you, because she can control the younger men because the younger men see a booty and a light-skinned face, right? A light-skinned face, a nice rack. And because when you're young, right, you love with your eyes, and that's what they see. So she's using her beauty to lure these men in where she can control them. Because with the older men, she saw that when they're not willing to go for all that because you didn't do the work to change. So I'll have sex with you, but you got to go after that because something's wrong with you. You're not right. Young guy will deal with you because he could just put you on your arm because you look like something. So this is a control mechanism. So I'm telling you moms and all you young ladies, don't be like this Joy Teller because she's on shows boldly talking like this.
I'm also like, I say this tenderly because I'm 38 years old. So yeah, like I've been working for 20 years. I'm a professional adult.
So we can cut off a lot of dudes if you dating, you're not dating, whatever. But like Future, what's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to older. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like what's your range?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now. Yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26.
That's a
Why
good one.
are you laughing?
Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to be on
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to be on some like 35 to 57.
Me too.
Oh no, I mean I don't think I could. I don't know. I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am. And
Wait, Joy, I have to ask you because this is a whole thing with women.
25
they're saying
is a
that these
grown
young men
man.
are really.
25 is grown, I
but
agree.
They're saying
Nah, you ain't about to have me at 25 is a grown ass man.
They're saying 25-year-old men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, like in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, like these younger men, they're intentional, they come with it. They're like not playing around. They want to date you. They like treat you like you're a goddess. They appreciate you. They talk life into you. Like I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before. No, I've never wanted to.
They're telling the truth.
At this point, they're talking about.
Is this the truth after dark? They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing. And even
but I don't like it's 20. I don't want to be clear here because I don't like 25 is a grown man.
It's a grown man. Joy.
Okay.
You're not. Don't
You're not
worry
about to have
that.
me on
No.
some.
What about it? What else is non-negotiable for you?
I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing. I says I'm.
But you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God, it's different.
Oh my God, it's
than
different than being a man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really. No.
So
And see, this is another thing that's a lie. So she claims that she wants a man that's intentional. She claims that she wants a man that already has it together, right? All she has to do is show up. She's protected, not neglected. She's selected, right? She can sit down and just do her thing. You're not going to get that in a 25-year-old man. A 25-year-old man, everything is new to him, especially if he has money. He's exploring uncharted waters. He has no wisdom behind the knowledge that he's acquiring, right? The knowledge that he's acquiring in his exploration. As a young man, he's acquiring knowledge, wisdom, and then understanding. Wisdom and understanding don't come till later in years. So he's not intentional on nothing. He like you and everything else that he sees for the most part. So she's lying. What it is she squandered her opportunities because she mistook options for opportunities, right? So she didn't have a lot of opportunities to become a wife. She had a lot of options to have sex because of her looks. But once those men seen that she had a lot of unresolved issues, they didn't want nothing to do with her. They didn't want nothing to do with her. The men that she wanted didn't want her. So now she wants two young sons who are young, impressionable, with money, exploring uncharted waters. She want to come and ruin them. Right? At 38 going on 39, she want a 25-year-old. Now, if a man was doing that to a woman, they would call him a predator or say he's a creep or he's grooming. But a woman now who had the options of all these men that was her age at her time and she failed, she want to go get the 25-year-old. That's why she says she don't want a spiritual man. See, she claims she want a man where all she got to do is show up. But the grown man that got himself together that love God, she don't want him. She wants the young, immature young man that's impressionable, that's not that intelligent yet, where she can control him. She telling you that right to your face. This is what she's saying, black women, to your sons. She want to bring that 39-year-old ran through dried up coochie over there and sit down on your son. Because she didn't do what she needed to do with her coochie to acquire the man that she actually wanted. Because she never dealt with her own internal issues. So these are lessons that you can learn. We spend a lot of time talking about our sons and the black man, but in the house of dysfunction, the black woman is just as dysfunctional. And this woman is one of them. Very, very, very dysfunctional. And I would advise you mothers that may have young athletic sons or keep these women like this away from your boys. Away from your boys. But this is Joy Teller, man. And this is what she do. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. You know, if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.